Yeah, what's up, guys? I posted on my Facebook a few days ago, or maybe even a week ago now, to have a question and answers video. So this is going to be it. I took all the questions and kept pretty much all the ones that had 2 or more likes on it. So I'm going to go down through here and answer these questions that are pretty commonly asked to me, just sort of as a fun thing. Anyway, first question, Richie Parnell, why are you not married yet? LOL. Um, I, I honestly don't know. I really don't date a lot. I just like to do me and go and have fun with no strings attached. Just I don't have to answer to anybody. I just go to these shows and travel all the time, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And I don't have anything weighing me down right now. So I'm not saying anytime in the future I won't look into that, but as of right this second, I just like having fun. So that'll be the answer for that. Let's see. Anthony Pilochet, what do you eat? In short, I eat a lot of things to hit my macronutrients. I'm not going to go into what they are. You can YouTube that or Google macronutrients if you want to look into that. But I just try to hit 50 grams of fat, 330 grams of carbohydrates, and 195 grams of protein a day. Just got my body fat checked yesterday, and I was at 6%. So leaning on down. I'm going to hopefully do a show in October. So right on track for that. Dang, my voice is cracking once again as I'm hitting puberty again at 28. Larry Tillman said, how much longer do you think you'll keep the Tahoe before she is retired, or does that depend on other things? I don't have any plans of getting rid of it, but somebody comes along and offers me a large sum of money, cash or gold for it, I wouldn't be opposed to getting rid of it. But I can't really retire it because it's the heart of what I do, and I just like having it around. It's pretty fun. So that'll be the answer for that. How much have you invested in your system? How much? This is Joey Slamans. How much have you invested in your system? How much money does it cost for upkeep on it throughout the year? On this system alone, if you went and had it done at a shop, since stuff like this, a huge build like this is not cost effective for a shop to do it. If you took it and had them do it and paid them their hourly rate, etc., and all the equipment, you'd probably be at $50,000 or $60,000 to have a system like this done. Paying regular price for everything, it would probably run you about that. And as far as upkeep, this year's been really rough. I've had to put a new rear end in my truck, plugs and wires. It just seems like one thing after another. Air condition, having to get the doors welded up and paint stuff done. It's just been a real rough year for maintenance this year. So that's why I sell products and stuff, try to offset the cost of all these expenses that I incur. Going on these trips, tires. I've been through 2 or 3 of those this year, just because the weight's way too much for the tires that I run. But I'm just kind of stuck with that. Anyway, Daniel Andreas, how did you get into car audio? A long time ago, there was a guy named Eric Washington. He had a extended cab Chevrolet truck with, I believe it was 1 or 2 Rockford Fosgate 15s, and probably 3,000 watts on the back seat of the truck. And then he played it one time for me, and it rippled the roof on the top of the truck, and I was just hooked on bass ever since then. I just thought that was the coolest thing ever. And the guy, my best friend Josh Carlisle, during high school, when he had a Jeep or whatever, and I think he had 2 tens or something like that behind the back seat of his Jeep Wrangler. It was something really small, but I'd rather sit in the back seat back there by the speakers, just watching them jump out of the box. That excursion was I was just hooked. So I know this gets asked. My first system that I had was 2 JBL 12s. and a Lanzar 9,000 watt amp and a Chevrolet Z71 extended cab up under the back seat. I even had the I don't even think it was LEDs back then. It was like a light strip on the top of the truck. Like when the bass would hit, it would blink with the bass. Yeah, it's pretty gay, but it was pretty cool back in the day. Let's see. Glenn McMahon. Is there anything you would have done differently to your Tahoe looking back on the build now? Definitely, I would have went with a wall first. I played that off for so long because I thought I'd never wall my truck. I just like having being able to say I have 5 seats or places for 5 people, but it's just look, in my point of view, looking back on it now, I would have just went with a wall first. But so I guess that answers that. But as far as equipment and stuff, the equipment that I run now, Sundown Audio, McMahon, PSI, and Excess Power, I found those to be very great products, so I'm very happy with those. So I wouldn't change that. But I would have went with them first because I've learned that quality is better than buying cheap crap, because I've went through that stage before. Brenton Calhoun, are you white or black? I guess I'm kind of in between. Wait, let's see. Laughing out loud. Every black video they say you a nigga. Ha ha. All I want to know. So I guess that answers that. No, obviously I'm white, but I have a ton of black friends, and I just I'm trying to make sure I answer this. I know you make great money and travel. Why is it hard for you to find a girlfriend? I know many ladies in Mississippi want you. You got this other girl's name. She's beautiful. Blah, blah, blah. That's a long question, or long run on. But anyway, as far as I'm black or white, obviously I'm white, but I do have a bunch of black friends, and they're bass heads too, just like everybody else. You don't have to be a certain color or race to like bass, and that's another thing that I like about it. It attracts a large group of people from all different races, and not only races but girls and guys. Why do we drive on parkways and park on driveways? I have no idea. I guess we're just weird like that. Let's see. Amy Perez, who is your biggest role model and influence to you to be the best you can be? What made you want to get into car audio? One of my biggest role models and influences has always been my dad and mom also. They have always been very hard workers, and they instilled that in me to if I wanted to have anything nice in my life that I needed to work hard for it, and nothing's been given to me. I was raised correctly, and I didn't have a rough childhood coming up as a lot of people have, but my dad has always taught me if I wanted to have something that I needed to work for it. And if any of you are friends with me on Facebook or follow me, you know I'm always working because I just like traveling and and sharing my Tahoe with people that might not ever be able to get to hear it, or might not ever be able to have something like that. So I just like being able to share that with people, and that makes it all worth it to me. And also my cousin Martin Mitchell, he's a really big influence to me, and he's sort of my personal trainer, and he helps me with training and getting ready for my bodybuilding competitions and stuff like that. So can't leave him out. He's definitely helped me a lot. Let's see. What made you want to get into car audio? It's just that goes back to that other question. What made me get into bass, or what got me hooked on it? So that's what that was. Brandon Clark, do you ever intend to do a new build louder than the one you got now? Absolutely. There's I'm not really gonna spill the beans on that yet, but there is gonna be something else in the works. So keep your eyes peeled on that. Bill Kessel, what inspired you to use PSI car audio? Back in the day, I used to run RD audio, and I was having issues. Like that was back when I had 418s, and I had like a D9, RD D9, or about 5,000 watts on each one. And it's not like really having that much power on one woofer and trying to do it like for a daily or a demo vehicle isn't really. I'm not gonna say it's not possible, but you just can't play it for that long because you can't send you can't send 5,000 watts through. What it comes down to is the voice coil, the wire that's actually wrapped around the voice coil. Is like so small you can only send a certain amount of power through there for so long before it melts it in half. So it almost turns it into a fuse. So if you have your amp fused, like say if your amp requires, you have a 5,000 watt amp that's requiring, like say your 400 or 500 amp fuse. If you that fuse, say the piece of metal that it goes through there is like this thick. If you go down to like when it gets down to the wire around the coil, it's like the size of a pencil lead at the most. Like it's really small. So if that power gets to that coil for a long period of time, it's gonna pop. So that's anyway. I was having a lot of issues, and I didn't want to recom on stuff because I didn't know how at the time. And somebody told me about this PSI car audio when I was down in I think it was Sicknick car show down in Louisiana. But anyway, I was like, man, who are these guys? I've never heard of them. And anyway, I called him up, and like we hit it off really well, and it's pretty much just been history ever since. Like he's taking care of me, and I've played these 18s that I have now. I just beat the crap out of them like over and over and over, and then haven't had an issue out of one of them. That's unheard of, and like something like that is just, you can't even put a price on something being so dependable and long lasting like that. I have a spare sub, and I've never even been able to use it because it's just like his products are so durable. I'm not stupid with it. Like I know limits now since I've been playing with car audio or my system for so long. It doesn't matter what you have, you can only play it for so long before you need to let it cool off. Like you can't have a huge build and just play it for days on end because it's just not going to work like that. Like you have to know your limits, but nobody out there out demos me at shows, period. Like I do more demos than any other person. I would go ahead and say in the world, as far as bass and like overall like demoing goes. Like I don't know if anybody else that demos bass like I do, like over and over and over. I'm not saying I'm the loudest person out there because I'm not by far, but as far as being able to demo back to back to back to back to back, I don't know of anybody else out there that can do it like I can. So that's why I really like my system right now. It plays and plays and plays, and like I get to meet a bunch of new people and get to let them listen to my truck, and it plays and plays and plays. So I can't be mad about that. Russell Stice, what was your first system and first car? I already said that. My first system was the two JBL 12s and the Lanzor 900 watt amp. 9,000. I didn't even know what 9,000 was back then. And it was in a Chevrolet Z71 extended cab truck. How long before you moved up to what you have now? Like that's been 12 years. Like I got my first truck when I was 15, and now I'm 28. So almost 16, 15, 16, something like that. So it's been 12 or 13 years. Josh Bennett, if you got to sleep with one male celebrity, who would it be? And no one would ever find out. That's what I would love to know. It'd probably be Josh Bennett. Like, the guy's pretty hot. I'd probably just sleep with him, and but don't tell anybody about that because they said don't tell anybody. And Jesse Yarbrough, when you gonna run some Funky Pups? I guess whenever they want to send me some subs, I'll throw them in the Tahoe. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and conclude this run on 15 minutes. So anyway, that's like a few of the most common questions that I get. If you have a question, let's say if the top 3, if like I didn't get to your question or something you've always wanted to know, post it in the comments below, and whoever questions, let's say the top 3 questions that get the most likes down there, I'll do another video, a follow-up video to this one, and answer the top 3 or top 5 questions that have the most likes on them. So if there's something that you want to know, I don't know how big my ears are or biceps are or how long I've been working at my job or whatever, just give me a comment in the section below, and I'll try to get those answered for you. But anyway, till next time, we'll see you.